Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Very excited for today's full day of eating. I know I just did one of these videos a couple weeks ago, but the kind of response to it was overwhelming, and I figured I would do it again. Today is a little bit higher calorie day, kind of show you a typical day of eating rather than a very low calorie kind of day. So we're gonna start it off the same sort of thing. This is gonna be a little bit more raw of a video, not as many edits. I'm just gonna keep this very, very simple so that I can keep the video nice and short, quick, and to the point. So we're gonna start off over here. So we got the usual. I don't even know what all you can see here. We have our egg whites. This is the Walden Farms maple walnut syrup, 0 calories. Fantastic. Melinda's a staple in my diet. We have 1 whole egg here. We have the HEB turkey bacon, maple flavored, some quick oats, flax, and chia seeds. And of course, we have our Cage Muscle multivitamin, which I'm gonna take. Now, aside from that, the only other thing I'm gonna have is a cup of coffee, which I always have a Starbucks Keurig cup. And then we toss in 2 Splendas. So I'm gonna whip all this up. We're gonna get to eating. I am a little bit late today starting my day. It is after 10 o'clock already, and I've got an appointment at 11, and then we gotta head off to the gym. We'll come back, we'll eat some lunch. But I'll show you the finished meal. We'll go from there. All right, breakfast is done. I kind of tell you exactly what we have here and go through the macros. All right, so this meal, like I said, I've done this before in the last video, full day of eating, but I will go through it for those of you that didn't watch that video. Shame, shame. 470 calories here. We have 15 grams of fat, 36 grams of carbs, and 45 grams of protein. Essentially, we have 3/4 of a cup of egg whites here, 1 whole egg, kind of whip that together, some salt and pepper, that's it. 2 slices of the turkey bacon here, and then we have 40 grams of oats and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of flax seeds, and then we just add in some of that Walden Farms maple syrup, pecan syrup, just kind of add some sugar kind of taste, right? So then the only other thing that I've kind of added in here is actually my water, and you might be going like, just looks like water, Vince. Well, I actually picked up one of these Amazon infusers. It's like 20 bucks. I've got some cucumber and lemon in here. It just overall makes the water taste better, in my opinion. It's a lot more refreshing. I think it makes the entire meal more enjoyable. And it just kind of adds something in that's 0 calorie. And obviously that's what we're looking for, is kind of these little cheats to kind of get our way through this diet. Overall 188.5 this morning. So weigh-ins are doing really, really good. So I'm gonna get this down, and then I gotta head off to that appointment, and then I'll come back, we'll eat some lunch. We'll show you exactly what I'm eating today. Just got back from the gym. What time is it? 3:20 in the afternoon. We have a package that just came in the mail. Actually been looking forward to this package. So I'm sure y'all are very excited to see what this is. Honestly, it's not that exciting, but I figure I will show you. We're having some real struggles over here. You guys ready? Boom, Cage Muscle Omega-3s, multivitamins, kabam, kabam, kabam. Yeah, we just had to do a little restock. Honestly, we are getting a little bit low. We're about ready to head out of town. I always like to be prepared with my supplementation so that I'm not purchasing this stuff at GNCs and whatnot. It's just more time I've got to spend on the road, like trying to find supplements. So just be prepared. I've talked about that in the podcast. If you guys have not checked out the podcast, make sure you do that. The link is in the description below. I've been thinking about like maybe videoing the podcast and putting them up. Let me know your thoughts. Put it in the comments below. So yeah, 3 o'clock. This is later than usual. I'm gonna get a quick protein shake in, and then I'm actually gonna edit the kind of first half of this video, and then we'll come back and we're gonna eat some actual lunch. Usually it's the reverse. I usually eat lunch first and then I'll have a protein shake later. But at this point, I need some fast digesting protein. So with that, guess which protein we're gonna go with. You guys already know it. Isopure Pure Protein, 50 grams. That's what we're gonna do, 50 grams of protein. This is my usual, this has been my go-to. It's just, easier for me to cut out the carbs and cut out the fat when, you know, it's just straight protein. Honestly, it just makes things, when you're trying to build a diet, a lot easier, and it's very, very easy, quick digesting protein, and it tastes really good, to be honest. I really enjoy this vanilla salted caramel. I also picked up the cookies and cream, which I've not tried before. We'll give that a try probably next week. But yeah, let's make a shake. So we have 64 grams of protein. That's 2 servings of the Isopure vanilla salted caramel. Cheers, guys. It just tastes so good. Honestly, I just use water. Like I said, we're really trying to optimize our macros and kind of fit as much volume as we can while also hitting our protein goals. That's why I use a protein powder. That's why you're supposed to use a protein powder, is to supplement your diet when you're not able to eat enough protein. Now, obviously I could eat a lot of egg whites because it's 0 fat, but honestly, this is just a nice, quick, refreshing way to kind of, you know, get your protein in. Yeah, 50 grams of protein, 200 calories. Bam, we're gonna get some editing done. We'll come back, we'll eat some lunch. Okay, figured I would sit at my actual dining table for a meal here. Talked about this meal before, again, in previous videos. I literally just typically eat the same thing. It makes things easier for me in terms of looking at macro breakdowns, as well as just being consistent. I don't mind eating the same things. Sometimes it can get a little boring, let's be honest, but at the same time, I kind of understand that the bigger goal here is to really stay within the macro guidelines that I have set for myself. So quick rundown. We have a chicken quesadilla with these high fiber tortillas. We have a big salad here, and I'm just gonna go through the full macro breakdown. Essentially 473 calories here, 6.8 grams of fat, 65.3 grams of protein, 58.5 grams of protein. We have, like I said, there, and then we've got about 87 grams of greens. We have 100 grams of the raspberries, 20 grams of some matchstick carrots, which you probably can't even see underneath there, and then about 97 grams of just fresh cut up cucumbers with some salt and pepper on there. And then we have the nanapillas, 10 milliliters of that for kind of like a light dressing, kind of add some flavor. The other thing that you might see here is the Melinda's habanero garlic sauce, 0 calories here. I gotta give it to Melinda's here. They just bring in an extra layer of flavor. So I'll dab a couple dabs all over my kind of quesadilla and go with that. You'll kind of see that. And then obviously take my 2 tablets of my omega-3s from Cage Muscle, and I'll eat that with this meal to kind of eliminate the fish burps. But total calories, 473, definitely solid. I eat this every single day. We have our lemon cucumber water here, and bon appetit. Down to our last meal. It is super late. I never eat my last meal this late. It is literally 10:34. I had a little outing this evening, and so yeah, I didn't have a chance to eat dinner. Didn't think it would take me this long to get back. I honestly had to pick up some groceries, and it is what it is. Now let's go through the calorie breakdown of this last meal. You guys can kind of see it here. It is a bowl, and I will tell you exactly what's in it. 819 calories here. 27.5 grams of fat, 93 grams of carbs, 46 grams of protein. We have 10 milliliters of avocado oil. So I cook everything on a non-stick pan, 10 milliliters, I weigh that out. We have 2 of the smoked chicken sausage, basil and cracked pepper, Sabatinos, basically sausages. You can see that here, bam. I cut that up, I dice it up. And you can find those sausages, those chicken sausages, at Costco. The majority of these ingredients all came from Costco, so just a heads up there. We added in 2 cups of the stir-fry vegetable blend frozen from Kirkland. Again, another Costco thing. That's all the vegetables you see here. And then the rice, you've probably seen this bunch of numbers on the whiteboard in the back here, and I've left that up here because actually the rice, I personally cooked it myself and calculated the macro breakdown based on cooking 2 cups of jasmine rice. I used 1 can of low sodium chicken broth. I think that just adds a little bit more flavor. The rest of it was water. Weighed it all out. And then I divided basically everything. And so what we have here is 8 ounces of cooked rice. That breaks down to 277 calories. That's broken into 61 grams of carbs and 5.88 grams of protein. Rounds up to 6 grams. Overall, we have gone over our protein amounts by 9 grams, and we still technically have 11 grams of carbs and 1 gram of fat. Total calories, guys, MyFitnessPal here, 1,962 calories, not too shabby. Now, the only other thing I added in here, and I did calculate this out, is the G-Hughes sugar-free Polynesian dipping sauce. I added in 32 grams. I mix that in with the rice and I weigh it, and then I add it into the pan. This is fantastic. It's only 10 calories, essentially 2 grams of carbs. That's it. Adds a little bit more flavor. And then the only other thing I'm gonna add in here, I'm gonna do this on camera, is some sriracha, 0 calories here, just to add a little bit of spice, add a little bit of flavor. And that is it. This is gonna complete my full day of eating, guys. This is what I've been doing the last few days. The chicken sausage kind of bowl, it just adds a lot of volume. It kind of finishes out my night in a nice, like, full way so that I kind of get to bed and then wake up the next morning and get back eating. As you guys can tell, the majority of my calories are coming from this meal. I tend to save them towards the end of the day so then I can kind of like eat and feel full and not snack. I know the last full day of eating video was more like kind of like a little like quesadilla thing and then just lots of snacks. This is kind of a little bit more traditional way of eating. Personally, 3 meals a day for me works. I'm so busy that I can't eat 6 meals a day. I just don't have the time. So this is what works for me. May not work best for you, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe and bell for notifications. I'm gonna eat the rest of this. Like I said, guys, check out the podcast, link in the description below. And if you guys want more of this content, definitely leave a comment below. Let's get eating. All right, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.